2024, it was something that happened to us all. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla Noor, and in today's video I'm going to be recapping and reviewing my 2024. Now the reason I kind of do this video is because I don't know, I just feel like I need to air all of my grievances with the year so that I can start fresh this coming new year. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna break down month by month everything that kind of stuck with me and all the things that I experienced and didn't experience, so that I can go into the new year feeling somewhat, I don't know, relieved later. I know I just really want to rant about 2024 and what absolute just dumpster fire of a year it was. So let's get into it. So starting up the year in January, I was just feeling very optimistic about the year ahead, like I am every single year. I know, when will I learn? But I just felt like, I don't know, there was something different in the year. Like this year was gonna be my year, and I just had all this optimism about all the things that I could accomplish and do in 2024. But yeah, I just felt really energized about the year. A little anxious, but overall just had that new year enthusiasm to make the best year that I could possibly make and just live my best life. Because around mid-January I started this training program for a hotel. I left my previous job that I was working to do this program because the job that I was working wasn't even a full-time job. I was only there on a temporary contract. So basically they could at any point be like, yeah, we don't need you to work anymore, and I just have to go along my merry way. So I said, you know what, this job that I'm working at, it isn't stable, it isn't secure. I don't know when they're going to tell me that they don't need me to work anymore, and then I'd be out of a job. So I said, let me go and do this training program at this hotel. Because in my mind, I saw it as an avenue for a stable job, a stable and secure job. Because once the training program was over, they didn't guarantee you you're gonna get a job at the end of this training program, but it was heavily implied that, you know, if you work well during the training program, you most likely will get, you know, some type of employment. So I was like, okay, let me go and do this. This job that I'm at right now doesn't offer really any security. It pays, I mean, okay. It wasn't anything stellar in terms of payment. I mean, I was getting paid more at that job than I did that training program for sure, but I saw it as you know, steps to the future. That, you know, it was an investment. That's why I saw it as an investment, like college or something like that. So I went and did it. It was a 3-month long program. Yeah, it was 3 months or 2.5, maybe 2.5. So I was there from January till March, and it low-key, looking back on it, I mean, hindsight is a cruel mistress. And it just, I'll get more into it when we get down to March and onwards. But yeah, I started that program mid-January, and overall it wasn't particularly hard work. At least the department I was in, it wasn't overtly hard work, so I guess that was one plus. The pay was abysmal. We were getting paid, I think, $100 a week, and we were doing more than $100 worth of work. I know, well, maybe not my department, because we wasn't really doing anything else to do that much, but other people that were working in maintenance or housekeeping, I know for a fact they were working full-time employees and only getting paid $100 a week. It was actually diabolical. It was actually diabolical. Those people will never see the pearly gates. On what else also happened in January was my birthday. Yes, I turned 25 this year. My age is getting too serious. It really is. I swear it was just like 21. I swear it was just like 18. Literally not too long ago. I don't know how I'm already 25. Where did the time actually go? Like, where did it actually go? Like, I blinked and I'm almost 30. I don't like getting into it. I don't want to get into it because if I do, it's gonna make my quarter life crisis even worse. It is. So yeah, my 25th birthday was this year, January the 22nd, Aquarius gang, the best zodiac sign. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. It just is. I don't know what to tell you. Don't argue with me. I argue with the universe. Sorry. So yeah, my birthday this year was kind of low key. I didn't really do much. And my birthday was a day in the week. It was a Monday. And so I didn't actually celebrate or do anything on my actual birthday. I celebrated the day before, which was a national holiday here in Barbados. So yeah, me and my friends, we just got some food, got some drinks, went to the beach, just hung out, chilled. Cause like going out like in the week for your birthday is just not as fun. Like weekends or holidays are the best to go for your birthday. Like it's no fun going out for your birthday during the week because you can't like go out, like go off like you would because you have work the next day. So I just kind of said, let's just do it on the 21st, this holiday. Yeah, because the holiday is this thing in Barbados, like when a holiday falls on a weekend, so like a day that people would have off work anyway, the holiday like rolls over to the next day. So this holiday fell on the 21st, which was a Sunday. So since that was a weekend, it rolled over to the Monday. So I actually could have gone and like done something on my actual birthday. I just didn't want to. Because again the next day I would have had to go and work. And I wasn't about that. And like I said before, going on your birthday and you have to like work the next day. I mean, it's not as fun. But you can't really indulge as much as you want to. But I just stayed home that day. I just relaxed and chilled. I mean, it was probably one of the best birthdays I've had. Like, I have not had a good track record with birthdays. I have not. I really haven't. Okay, so February, still working this program for this hotel, and I'm like slowly realizing that this might not be for me. This might not be for me. The hospitality industry, it might not be for me. I may have made a mistake in, you know, leaving my previous job, even though it was like a temporary job, and I could have been let go at any point. Like, maybe I didn't really think this through. And I could have quit, like, you could have quit the program at any point. It wasn't like you were like locked into, that you had to complete, but you could have quit at any point. But I didn't. I was too like far gone. Like I had to see it through at that point. And I'm sorry, I didn't want my parents to like say I told you so, because they didn't want me to do my job and go to this program. So I didn't like give them the satisfaction of being right. So I just had to stick it out. I just had to stick it out. I mean, it was only like a month left, so I just stuck it out until the end. Also, you know, February, Valentine's Day. There was no Valentine's Day this year. Hashtag single since birth, but I don't really mind. Honestly, I'm in no position right now to be in a relationship, but at least the kind of relationship that I'd want to be in. And finally, in March, this program came to an end. We had this little graduation ceremony, and they gave us like little finger foods. And then we just got our certificates for completing the program. We took pictures and we just went along our merry way. And then that was it. And I guess after that we were just supposed to wait to see if we got any calls from them pertaining employment. And I just want to say it's been close to 10 months. I have heard nothing back from them. Not a peep. terms of any type of employment. Now, this is probably a blessing in disguise because, like I mentioned earlier, I don't think I'm going to work in the hospitality industry, like customer service, like heavy customer service, where you have to like kind of wait hand and foot on guests at these hotels. I don't think I'm good for it. I don't think I'm good for it. So me not getting called back to like do any type of job at this hotel is probably the best outcome. It probably is. It sucks that I kind of wasted almost 3 months of my life, working there, getting paid in pennies and promises. But at least I know what I know about myself now, and I'm not good for a career in hospitality. I'm not. Okay, so now we're on to April. And in April, I think it was in April, or maybe it was late March. I'm pretty sure it was April. I actually started working back at my previous job, the one I left, the temporary one, to do this program. Like, they called me back and they were like, "Are you available to work?" And I was like, "Bro, I'm not doing anything right now." And also in April, surprisingly, I started to get into women's basketball and the WNBA, which is a big shock for me because I'm not a sports girly. I don't watch sports in any capacity besides the WWE. Probably because there was like so much hype around it this year that even like bled onto my timeline and my Twitter feed. So like that kind of hooked me, and I watched the draft, and it was up from there, I guess. And then in May, my WNBA and women's basketball obsession it really started to like sink in. Like I was locked in. Like, this is me and women's basketball now. Like, I'm not even joking. I watched the draft in April. I got the league pass. Really weird, like unexpected thing with me, because again, don't watch sports, never played a sport in my life. But I don't know, there is something about the WNBA that drawed me to it. And I guess I'm a women's basketball fan now, and it's simultaneously been the best and worst decision I've ever made. Like, if you're somebody that watches women's basketball, that's like in the women's basketball and WNBA spaces on social media, then you know. Like, if you know, you know. June was pretty uneventful. I was still working at my temporary job. Can't really think of anything that happened during that time that sticks out to me. July, again, more of the same. I think this is the month that my temporary job ended. That like they told me they wouldn't need me to work anymore. It was either July or early August. So yeah, that came to an end. And once again, I was unemployed, without prospects. August, uneventful, slowly slipping into depression because once again, I am unemployed. I'm just gonna bundle September, October together because again, nothing really happened during that time. Still job searching, coming up with nothing. It was just not a good time. It was not a good time for me mentally. Like, oof, it was getting dark. It was getting dark. And November is also more of the same. But women's college basketball started, so I've been really into that. Again, very much surprising. I mean, the WNBA is one thing, but women's college basketball too. Like, when I do, I'm locked in. For women's basketball, like I'm locked in. Now we're here in December. I recently went to and celebrated my best friend's birthday. She also turned 20. No, she turned 26. Yeah, she's the oldest of all of us, the first to turn 26. So went out, celebrated her birthday. You know, it was the holidays, Christmas, all of that, and then all of the like Christmas stress and family drama and arguments. Like, it just always intensifies over Christmas. Like, what is it about the holiday season that just gets people like riled up and ready to tussle? Like, And then just top it off with, again, more wanting for the new year, hopefulness for the new year. Tired of this year, tired of this holiday. Can't wait for it to be over. So that was my recap of my 2024. Not a lot happened, but at the same time, so much happened. It's actually, it's really like intriguing. Like on paper, it doesn't look like I did a lot, but when you're living it, it just feels like everything. It feels like you have the world on your shoulders. So enough for my review of the year. 2024, like I said earlier, it was something that happened to all of us. Like, have you experienced emotional, psychological, or even physical damages from 2024? If so, then you too might be entitled for compensation. And that's really what it's giving. Like, I feel like I should be compensated for this year. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I walked into this year very optimistic. Like, I don't know, I thought that there was endless possibilities of what could be and all the things that I could accomplish. Like for 2023, I kind of had an idea slightly of what that year could be like, how it could go, at least for the first half. But with 2024, it was just like really, it was like walking into the unknown. Like I just, it was both terrifying but also exciting. And I know I just had a lot of like high expectations for this year, and they just did not come to fruition, like at all. So yeah, it really bummed me out. I just felt like I wasted most of the year. Like, how did this year pass me by so bad? So yeah, 2024 for me, if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it like a 5 or 4. A 4 or 5. It just wasn't my best year. So now let's get into my New Year resolutions. Again, I'm gonna be hopeful for 2025. So these are my 2025 New Year's resolutions slash New Year's goal. First thing is I want to be more consistent. I feel like I start things or I want to start things and then I don't follow through, or I do it one day and then don't get back to it for a week. I want to be more motivated. I don't really know how I can like motivate myself more, but it's like I have all these things I want to, but I feel like sometimes I just lack the motivation and the drive to actually accomplish them. That's something I really need to work on. I need to be more motivated. I need to like really get that drive, that ambition, that work ethic up in 2025, because it's really holding me back. I also want to learn how to drive and get my license. Like, it's time. It's time. Like, I had started to like I had started to learn to drive all the way back in 2022, but again, I was not consistent with it. I'm getting my license in 2025, come hell or high water, somewhere, somehow, we're gonna get it done. I also want to exercise regularly or somewhat regularly, so I want to train, you know, like get my body moving, my strength of my muscles. I just kind of don't really do anything in that department, so I want to try and exercise, even if it's like at home exercises from videos I watch on YouTube. I just gotta do something. Change up my diet and eat more balanced. I feel like this is something that's on my goals every single year. One could argue that in order to eat healthier, you need to have the money to buy healthier food, and you know, healthier, cleaner food is not cheap, especially in Barbados. Like, the food prices are actually ridiculous. Like, prices in Barbados for groceries and food are not cheap. You really have, like, if you want to have a certain diet, like I want to have, you really have got to have the money to shell out on the food. But I hope to change that in 2025 again. I have to have the funds to be able to do that. Hopefully I will. This is a big one. I want to move out of my parents' house and into my own place in 2025. Like, this is also something that it's time. It's time for this to be done. I know that in this economy, being able to live on your own is like a really big luxury. Like the amount of people that are still living with their parents is way, 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 way more than a lot of people think. Especially in the Caribbean, like it's a norm to live with your parents well into your adulthood. For me, I don't want it to be the norm forever. Like we have to get our own place, we have to get our own space. Like that statement that when you live with your parents, you don't pay rent, you pay your mental health. True words were never spoken. True words were never spoken. And at this point, I don't have much more mental health to give. I'm coming to the end of my rope. So something ought to shake. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get on our own. I also just want to be independent. Like I know independence comes at a price, but I feel like it's worth it. Yeah, I desperately need to move out of my parents' house and into my own place, and I'm hoping they can get it done in 2025. Also, like this should come to a shock to no one, but find a job. Like get a job that's stable, secure, that I somewhat enjoy doing, and that pays me a decent, livable wage. I feel like that should go without saying, but I'm saying out loud all of my goals because I read somewhere that helps with manifestation. And when you speak aloud your goals, that helps them manifest better. So let's hope for that. Becoming more financially stable and independent. Again, that will kind of go hand in hand with getting that secure job. I want to like indulge more in my hobbies. I feel for me, I don't spend as much time doing things that I'm interested in that are my hobbies. I feel like I want to spend more time doing them in 2020. I want to spend less time just scrolling on social media because again, this goes back to the hobby thing. Like instead of me scrolling for hours on Twitter and TikTok, I could be reading a book. I could be reading something, indulging in something else that I like to do, like instead of just doom scrolling on TikTok. So that's something I would like to do less in 2025. Just maximize my time more. This is another big one. Travel outside of my country. I have had my passport, I think since like 2023. Yeah, I think it's 2023. And I have not used it once. Like it remains stampless. So like I would like to change that in 2025. Even if I just travel to like a neighboring Caribbean island, somewhere that's not too far. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm putting it on my list of goals anyway. And lastly, this pertains to what I'm doing right now. I want to get my YouTube channel monetized. I do. Even though I know I'm not really making that much money from it, or maybe any at all, I still want it to be done because again, I see it as an investment. So it's something I really want to have happen in 2025. I'm really gonna have to work towards that, being more consistent with uploading on YouTube. But yeah, like we gotta get this channel monetized. So for anybody watching this video, hopefully you watch it to the end because I need those watch hours like desperately. So yeah, that was pretty much it for my New Year's resolutions / 2025 goals. I just hope that 2025 will be easier on me. I hope it will be easier on you too, whoever's watching this video. If you did not have a good 2024, if you have an amazing 2024 and you care to comment about it, like please do. Like we all need some positivity. We all need to know that it's possible to have like an amazing year. So if you did, please let me know. I need inspiration. If you stayed till the end, thank you for watching this video. Like I said, I need the watch time. I guess Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hopefully you have a thriving and just fruitful, amazing, gratifying fulfilling new year.